Hi everyone. I wanted to talk a little bit about um, just staying in the secret place with the Lord and not chasing after our calling in life, like not prioritizing that over being in the Lord's presence. Uh, when I look back at my life, I can tell you exactly, the seasons when I was not in the secret place, or my quality time with Jesus was really lacking. It just wasn't as good. I can tell you because those were the seasons when I was easily distracted, and those were the seasons when I was let down by people more, or you know what I mean? Uh, um, and the times when I was prioritizing being with Jesus every single day, maybe life was still had its challenges, but I was fine. I was, responding to different things much in a much better way. And I felt like, my connection with Jesus was really good. And so yeah, I I have to share a little bit about my teenage years before I go further. When I was about 15 years old, I was baptized in the Holy Spirit and I fell madly in love with Jesus. Wow, when I realized just how much I was loved by Jesus, I was automatically healed from depression and anxiety. Um, because I don't know, it was just life changing. It's a long story, but soon after that season of just being in love with him, being on fire for the Lord, I remember feeling like I needed to know what my calling was, and just putting a lot more focus on what I was called to do with my life than Jesus himself, the giver of life. Um, I don't know if it was outside pressure or me pressuring, putting the pressure on myself. Maybe it was a bit of both. But it's true. A lot of that comes from the people you hang out with, from your own church, your leaders, your peer, your youth group, whatever, whoever. And a lot of times it's yourself wanting to do a lot of things for God. And, but I feel like at the center of all of that is a focus on your own self. And sometimes it's also fear. You feel like before time runs out, you have to do these things, or you feel like, and a lot of times actually, oh yeah, for me personally, from a very very young age, I started hearing from the Lord about my future, my calling. Like he would only show me, like, little by little, and people would all often tell me, I have a message for you from the Lord, and they would confirm what I had already heard from God. And this would happen all the time. But and I knew, because a lot of people do that. Oh, I have a message, and then you have to be able to discern that whether that's truly from the Lord or not. But I knew that these people were, like they were really in the spirit, and I discerned that it was from the Lord. Um, Mainly because, they would confirm to me that Jesus indeed was, I saw Jesus as my best friend and my husband. And so those things were confirmed to me. And they would, tell me, like, Jesus is seeing you um, spending time with him. Jesus sees you singing to him. Jesus sees you writing to him. And so these are all really personal things. Anyway, there's a lot more. And people have seen so many, given me prophecies and visions and stuff to confirm this. And I don't want to get into those things because I feel like some things should just remain between, you know, you and God. And so anyway, the point is, I can, guys, I can write pages and pages of the confirmations and the messages, the visions and everything I've received from the Lord regarding my future. But I'll tell you, today looking back, um, spending time in the secret place was more important than um, putting all those things right up here, as the as my my goal. It was exciting to hear those things, and it was, great. But wow, by not putting Jesus first, a lot of times I could tell, wow, I think I just took 10 steps back, maybe more. You know what I mean? Like, because in the secret place is where he gets to train us, he gets to work on our character, he gets to share secrets with you that he can only do in the secret place. And that's where he shares those treasures that we get to then take with us outside the secret place to share with the world. And so if we're not spending time with him every single day for the sole reason of meeting with him, sitting with him, then we miss out on all of that. And so a lot of people think that, by going to Bible college or by doing more and more of whatever, that in that process they're trained, and then God will just sort of catapult them to what the big stage, or whatever. And that's not how it is. I want to read Psalm 34:5. Gaze upon him, join your life with his, and joy will come. Okay, gaze upon him, join your life with his, and joy will come. Your faces will glisten with glory. You will never wear that shame face again. So his glory is really important. His glory is shared with us in the secret place. And it's from that place then, like I said, we get to go out into the world and share that glory with others. Reveal that glory with others. That is an awesome verse. And then here's one of my favorite verses, Psalm 16:11. You make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore. I love that. In your presence there is fullness of joy and pleasures forevermore. I was also thinking, really quickly, because this video is getting long. I was thinking about, wow, fullness of joy. Lord, I want to experience that. I feel like, wow, I've learned, he's been teaching me a lot about joy. Like, he himself is joy. So when we spend time with him, we experience joy. It's just what comes with spending time with him, but there's more to it. There's so much more to him. And so I'm excited. And so anyway, I was thinking about when God created Adam and Eve, and he put them in the Garden of Eden. There's a lot that we can talk about the Garden of Eden and the purpose of it and all that, but I was thinking about how beautiful it is that he created this beautiful place for them, which really was their secret place. It was the place where they could be intimate with Jesus. It's where they walked together and talked together. So that was really their secret place, you guys. He himself created a beautiful place for them just for that purpose, which is so amazing. Like, so that tells me just how crucial it is that we do the same. We need so whether it means that you have a designated space like a prayer closet in your house or whatever it is, but just wow, that time spent with Jesus alone in his presence is so important. Think about it. We're all created for the sole purpose. What's our purpose in life? It is to glorify God. It is to have that intimacy with God through Jesus, right? And so if that's our purpose, then our calling that a lot of us are just like, striving so hard to either figure out or trying to get to, that is just a means to our purpose. And so since the purpose and the calling are both really important to God, we think it's more important to us. No. It's important to him. He created us with this purpose and with this thing in mind for each of us, And so do you think it's important to him too? Yes, absolutely. But see, he will get us there if we are more concerned about the purpose than the calling, if that makes sense. I'll just leave us here, but God created us for himself. God created us for himself. And so when we spend time with him, just for him, just to be with him, not to share prayer requests, but just to be with him and to enjoy his presence, then the intimacy and the calling in our life, all of that will come to be. That's just how he designed it. All right, guys, that's it for today. Bye.